And record. Yes, today, evening, we are talking of what we call as the grow model. Don't worry about these words. Some of these words like such a big word. Wow, goal. What is my goal? Then we have this word called reality. Then we have a word called options. Then we have a way forward. These are the four words that comprise to make the word grow. GROW. Today we are going to touch on these four letters, or rather four words: goal, reality, options, and way forward. All right, we're going to talk a little bit more, and then like what I was saying is that we want to learn to ask question. The whole purpose, the whole scenario, how we do coaching is actually asking question. I was just making fun, not making fun like making fun in the sense, but having a good time with my son. Then one time my son was talking to me. We were coming back from somewhere, and then he made a statement about himself. Blah 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 blah. Then I begin to ask question. Why you think like that? What contributed to what you feeling? Blah 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 blah. All this. Then he kind of scolded me. Why you ask so many questions? I said, why you ask so many questions? Funny. He said, I make a statement, you just answer lah. But you're not asking questions. So I nearly told him that your father trained to do that lah, ask question lah. Why you ask so many questions? Okay. That is part of a coaching job, because as coaches, we are not here to give you answers. We are not, but we are directing. And that four areas all right, goal, goal actually is goal setting, goal, and then reality, options, and a way forward. We ask question. Later you also find out that how we ask question and what kind of questions we ask. All right, and that's what we are going to do. Grow is one of the easiest and effective for me. So this is step by step of asking question. All right, asking question. So somebody made this statement: life begins at the end of your comfort zone. Interesting, I find that it's so true, so true. See? If you keep on your position where you are, you're fine, no problem. Don't bother to improve. Don't bother to coming out to move one step higher. Don't bother. Just stick to your comfort zone. You see? But this person said that life begins at the end of a comfort zone. Many people, especially our people, is that they're afraid. They're afraid to step out of their comfort zone for whatever reason. And that is your job and my job to help them to come out from their comfort zone. James Mitchell also say this: coaching is about creating an action plan that moves you forward from where you are to where you want to be. So true, right? So true. Bringing you from where you are to where you want to be. Another one. So these are some of the words that you can find in terms of coaching. What do? We help people learning something new, find results, how to get results. The word called way forward, how to get results, by when you want to get results, what are you going to do, what commitment that you have to. Okay, all right. So these are basically some of the things that coaches do. You don't think that we are just Q&A, asking question and answering. We provide activities, job, giving to. Unmute yourself. Tell me what you pick up from this video.
All very good questions.
Good question, huh?
All very good questions should be in a note form. Note form, note form.
Meaning what? Write in note form and give it to you.
Don't have, we can either way lah.
Anyway, those questions will come back again. We are going to do that afterwards. All right. Just an intro about real overview of what grow, GROW is. Later we are going to, right. Angelina was distracted because of the video. Okay, fine. I don't think you miss much. What I would do, I may even WhatsApp the video to you all, if you all want. All right. Oh, by the way, most of my videos are actually pick up from YouTube. If you want to know, all right, Angelina. So you won't miss much. You just go to YouTube and type grow. All right, you just type grow coach, COACH, and grow. Plenty will come up. All right. So I am selective lah. I pick up what I feel comfortable. All right. Okay. So yeah, you can do that. All right. So later, Luke, Pastor Luke, I will actually give you some suggested questions. All right, how we can go about. So basically, that was just an overview. All right. Anybody else? Any feedback want to give?
Can you state your question?
Anybody? Any else feedback? Any feedback when you watch that video? Anybody else?
Yeah, I have learned something that is to ask a question, to ask an open question instead of closed questions, something like that. Yeah, because I think as a pastor or lecturer, we always, when we mentor or when we always have the tentative to give instruction. So you should do that, instead that there's a closed question that I think the effectiveness is not there. Yeah. So I learned something. Go back to the basic open question on how, where, when, that kind to really to coach somebody, from one level to another level. Yeah. I learned something from there. Okay.
Anybody else? Basically, what is this grow talking about? All right. But before we do that, I would like you all to do something for yourself or for us. Can you all write down? That box is available. It's on. Please just press and just say anything you want to say, right? So let's look at this grow model. What are we talking about so far? Why this grow model? Now, simply put, all right, just one question, simply put, is that go is asking the question, what do you want? All right? What do you want? See? Then the R, reality, is where are you now? Your condition, your situation, where are you now? All right? The option is, what can you do? What happened? Right? Example, goal, I want to go to, what do you want? I want to go to Langkawi holiday, example. Where are you now? No lah. Number one, no money. MCO lah, we got money, right? Number two, I'm working, no leave. Right? So your option, what can you do? Number one, save money or accumulate my leave. See? All right. So what will you do? Okay, then you set time. By when? By when? All right. So these are some of the very basic questions we ask in terms of this grow, G-R-O-W. All right. Now let's zero in a little bit more. When we talk about goal, we ask a question: what do you want? Right. Okay. Goal is basically talking about looking for at a behavior that want to change. In what area you want to change? Like for example, life begins when people come up from their comfort zone. Is that they want to change something in them? They want to change. They don't want to keep on doing what they're doing. They want to do something that they have not done before, and that's your job, to move them from point A to point B. Change. And basically, when I talk about goal setting, now we go very brief on that. They use the word, they use this what we call as a SMART goal. SMART, I believe many of you heard before. Specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time bound. When you want to, by when you want to have it. By the year 2021, I want to get this on the these are some of the basic. I believe many of you have attended training before, leadership, and this part of it talking about goal setting. And most of the trainers, they will use SMART, or some people even put a smarter, you know, SMARTER.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Also, Jason, you're correct. Business world, the time management, they use that. So I won't go. That wasn't my intention for today. My intention is asking question, what do you want? So when you ask question, behavior, go, it's totally up to you. What do you want to change? Attitude. I have one quote, simple quote, talk about attitude is everything. It's your attitude. Your attitude, what do you want? I don't want to behave like that. Okay. Right. So when you talk about grow, probably we ask these few questions. Right. Now we zero in a bit more. Why are you hoping to achieve this goal? Why do you want that? Example, I told you I will keep on coming back to that. I want to go to Langkawi. So we ask a question: why do you want to go to Langkawi? Holiday. All right. What is the benefit? What is the benefit? You get relaxed, enjoy. You like that for a break for yourself. So then we ask the question: what do you want to change? We zero in. Remember, just now we're talking about we don't ask a yes or no answer. We don't ask, do you want to change? Of course, the answer is yes lah. Then the conversation stop. See, so we ask question like, what do you want to change? I want to change that area of my life. Different now. That opens up opens up the thoughts. Earlier, it kind of looks very impossible. I want to go to Langkawi. Impossible. Why? No leave, no money, nobody go with me. Everything is no, looks impossible. But when you begin to break it, why is it important to you? Yeah, important because I just need a break from my working life. Why? Then you begin to zero in. They are stressful in their work. They just want to get out of their work for a moment. I don't want to go alone. Then we ask them, list down the people that are possible to go with you. Put down there, my mother, my father, my friends, whatever they put down there. Then we ask a question: what do you want to change? I want to change the way I live. I get so stressed up, waking up so early in the morning, come back late, while working. So you are breaking. You help them to break their routine. That is what we're talking about. Don't want to change. All right. And then after goal, the next one is the word called reality. Now, what is this reality? Reality talking about what is happening now. Now, please, I will always come back to this scenario. What happened to you now? What happened to you now? I'm too stressful. Too much work in my company. See, that is reality. What happened to you now? So they begin to list this down. My boss keep on giving me jobs. Yeah, true. Look, people comfortable. Yes, they are comfortable in their position, or maybe, right? They not only comfortable, and the problem is some people, they don't know how to come out. They caught in that kind of situation. See, so think about something you can do. Cannot lah, impossible lah. All this thought coming. No way, impossible. All these negative thoughts. Not to say they are bad people, they are not, but just that help them to break that. All right. So with that reality, we are actually getting more information for them to reach that goal. Okay, what's happening to you now? Where? Whatever. Right? Correct. Jason, temptation that ruins your life unless you manage it well. Yeah. So we break that. Yeah, look, very true. Change by crisis. No choice. Have to break it. You don't change now. You don't change now. Don't wait for the worst thing to happen. That's why yeah, that's why coaching is very new in our side of the world. We don't see the seriousness, not like the Western world. Bosses hire coach to help their staff. Over here, no, not now. Not now, right? So Angelina, it's true, like COVID, right? We're forced with that. And if we are able to handle, fine. If we cannot handle, COVID will actually break you. I was talking to some people, is that COVID may not kill you, but the way you live may kill you. Because we just don't know how to handle. Probably, like some of you say, that we are too comfortable, right? If any calamities, any problem come, pop, we just don't know how to handle. All right. Okay. So basically, reality, we ask these few questions. So we ask them, is that what is happening now? What happened to you? Right? How to make people uncomfortable? Let's see lah. All right. That's a very quick question. Later we have some break. All right. Luke, can you ask again? Just in case we forget. Okay. So we ask a question in reality. What is happening now? What seems to be missing at this point? Good question, right? Then they begin to throw thoughts. Ask these questions. What progress? What positive steps that you have taken, or what you have done so far? What have you tried? List down. Many people say cannot be done or whatever, but then we ask the question, have you tried before? Of course, when you say have you tried before, is a yes or no answer. So we don't ask that. We ask like, what have you tried before that caused you to say cannot be done? All right. Probably these are some of the questions we ask that will push people, look, to get, not push, but get people out from the comfort zone. They will feel a bit uncomfortable because now you are doing something that you have not done before, probably, right? Yeah. Can you see the question here? That this may help a little bit. What obstacles are in your way currently? All right. This question might actually answer your statement there. How to make people uncomfortable? What obstacles? Right. We haven't gone to the option yet. Okay. So these are the reality questions we ask people. These are all example questions that we can give. I like this question very, very much. It says, what's stopping you? Somebody asked me before, I want to be a singer. Okay, great. But whatever the person is doing now does not lead to him to be a singer. Then I ask him a question: what's stopping you? Yeah. WH, 5 W1H. Yes, it's true. Can you see that? These are all W. What's stopping you? Oh, my father, mother not happy with me being a singer. Okay, fine. So are they way going around it? Something. We are breaking that. Yeah. Change may be hurtful, could be true. I would rather use the word uncomfortable, not so much of hurting as hurting. It won't break you, but it causes uncomfortable. It's something that you don't do always. All right? It's not what you want to do. Just answer that. The question is how to make people uncomfortable. Any expert here? Just now, as we go on, look, did we actually, did you pick up something that how to make people uncomfortable?
So for example, if you are the pastor, all right, people are very comfortable in the church. Usually, they don't like to be discomfortable, ma. That's why they come to your church. Maybe they're so comfortable.
Maybe they are.
Huh?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I mean that's the point, ma. Yeah.
Maybe let me speak from my perspective. All right, usually coaching is a little bit different in terms of leadership or in terms of pastoring or whatever. Usually we coach people that want a change. You coach people only when they want to be coached. I cannot go to anybody and look at you like, hey brother, I think you need coaching from me. What do I need from you for? I don't need that. It's usually the other way, is that they want somebody to coach them. They want to excel. They want to, how should I say, cross. They want to jump. They want to move. You see? You get it? So for the fact that they want to cross, they want to jump, that gives me the privilege to help them. All right? If they are so comfortable in that position, why do I want to change? Or there's a good song saying, don't rock the boat. Don't rock the boat. Why you want to rock the boat? It's so nice. I'm so comfy, in my blanket, so comfy. Don't move my blanket away. It's so warm, so nice. Why? It is when we want to change, when we want to see different in our life, So our job is to guide, coach them to move from one level to another level. Honestly, if you want my opinion, I'm going to push everyone out from the comfort zone. Now, that talks about leadership. Leadership is not coaching per se. Leadership is design something that will move people out of their comfort zone. Correct? Example, some of us, we are church people here, right? One of the ways to move people out of their comfort zone is to get them involved, not just coming to church and fold their arms, Sunday come and Sunday go. My job is to create something that they can, I use the word, dirty their hands, isn't it? Do something, you see. Company, if you're a corporate world, every year our company make 5 million ringgit, 10 million ringgit. Everybody happy. Oh, we are comfortable. People only make 2 million. We make 5 million. Everybody comfortable. As a boss, I won't scold them. I won't get angry with them. Yes, you're very good. To make them uncomfortable is we raise our standard, for example, or we do something more. Yeah. So probably that is what leadership will happen, but not coaching. Coaching is more like what I said earlier, is that when people are willing, willing to see a change in their lives, that's where coaching comes in. Or another way is mainly Western world. Here I haven't, not so popular yet. It's coming, not so popular. Western world is that when the boss realized that their staff is non-performing well, all right, then they hire coach to help their workers before giving them warning letters. Okay, terrible. Okay, right. So they will help them. Yeah, provoke to jealousy, their desire. Yeah, maybe jealousy. Do something or sometimes we have things like award. I think we do that, right? We give award to some employees. They did well. Hopefully, can encourage the rest to pick up something right? Good thought. Have I? Well, we have at least resolved certain things. I hope so. Can we continue? If it's okay, then I can see a thumbs up. I continue. All right, excellent. Next one is we talk about option. What could you do? Now, this part, G talking about what you want, right? R talking about your situation. O talking about a little bit more, like hurdle, your problem. I cannot do. Okay, well, then what can you do? We explore option. Come back again to the example. That's why I was talking about. I like to visit Langkawi. Okay, what could you do? Well, no money. Okay, we save money. Well, no leave. Okay, we save our leave. No company. Okay, we find out, list down those people can travel with you. These are what we call as options. As coach, we ask questions that will help them. Later, you'll see the question. So options will help them to determine what is possible. What is possible? To be rude, don't be too ambitious. I want to go to Langkawi with my private jet. I'm not saying cannot but at the moment you fly the normal plane first before you hire a private jet I know you can. Or I want to stay in a 10-star hotel in Langkawi. I know a lot of prime ministers, presidents in the world will stay there. I want to stay in the suite. I'm not saying cannot, can. All right, but start with something that are more possible. You get it? Right. So we lay down, we help them to explore things. We brainstorm, throw thoughts. What options that you can do if you are in the corporate world? We brainstorm. Not necessarily we'll do everything. Brainstorm how to earn the next million, for example. As a church, how do we increase the number? Yeah? So how we throw thoughts, throw ideas. We guide people to the right direction without actually making decisions for them. Always remember, please remember that we never make decision for people. No. I think I told you all once. I answered wrongly. My coach, my trainer, I answered wrongly. He wasn't very happy. He's not angry with me, but he would rather I change. Last time, okay, let me just confess a bit. My focus, my scope when I first joined coaching was a bit narrow, very small. So he asked me a question, Alex, how many people you want to influence for the year, that was 2 years ago, right? For the year 2018, I told him 50. To me, 50 is quite huge. But to him, 50 is very small. You see, he wants me to see more. He wants me to influence more people. But he won't tell me, Alex, you're wrong. You cannot only see 50 people, you must see more than that. But he guided me. He throw in more questions. that I am able to see wider, all right? Brainstorm how I can influence more people. Like now, with this, what I'm doing now, I've influenced more people than I could imagine. I have, all right? So in one sense, indirectly, I thank him to help me, you see. So your job is not to make decision for them. Thank God he didn't tell me, Alex, you're wrong, and this is what you should do. Blah, 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 blah. Go to live Facebook, email people, call, cold call. He didn't tell me all those things, but he guided me with questions. Later, I'll show you the questions, right? We guide people. Now, what kind of questions we ask people? So things like, what do you think you need to do to get a better result? Okay. All right. Yeah. You are right, Luke. Yeah, expanding their vision. Yeah, that was the word that I was thinking. I couldn't come out. Yeah, my vision is small. I thought that's all I do lah, enough lah. But no. Think further. Think what else you can do. Okay. So we asked a question: what could you do different? Hey, I find I don't know how you all feel. I find some of these questions are really powerful questions. Right? You thought there's only one way of doing things. Now you realize there are more than one way. More than one way. And not only coaches, we don't tell people what to do differently, how to do differently. We ask questions, how else you can do? See? Or maybe, just a thought. Yeah. I want to go to Langkawi. Maybe it's expensive. I cannot afford it. Too long. What could you do differently? Well, maybe I don't go to Langkawi first all. Maybe I go to Genting Highland first all. You see? Because your objective is holidays. Many places can have holidays besides Langkawi. You get it? So you throw thoughts to them. All right? Widen their horizon, widen their vision. Option, we also ask them question like, what could be your first step? Ask them. First step. They may say, save money. They may say, save my leave, whatever. Ask this kind of question. What could you do if you didn't have to answer to anyone? Wow. You're not responsible. Okay. Don't you think that if anybody asks you this question, you kind of were like, aha, I never thought of that, right? Okay. Powerful, huh? Or what could you do if you knew you could not fail? Different, right?
Alex.
Yes, sir.
Pastor Alex, can you go back to the previous question? What could you do if you didn't have to answer to anyone?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Can you explain further?
All right. All right. Now, all these questions are just suggested question. It's up to you whether you want to ask or don't want to ask. All right. Now, sometimes we purposely kind of probe people. Probe, shake them a little bit. Not exactly saying that you're not responsible. That means you're not responsible to anyone. You can do whatever you want in the world. I don't have that intention. Because we realize, I have talked to some people before. I realized that they were afraid because of how should I say? Can anyone of you help me with the word responsibility? Not responsibility.
Judgment. People judge them.
Yeah, people judge. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, good word. People judge them, consequences, whatever. So that stop them, retard them from moving forward. They're afraid. Everything you tell them cannot. This one cannot lah, that one cannot lah. Something, can. Why cannot?
The other side of it is accountability.
Yes, good word. Good word. Accountability. But of course, these questions look like a bit negative, right? That you're not accountable to anyone, like that wasn't the intention. But again, all these questions look like more of brainstorming. We are just throwing questions and let them think further. We have not concluded, that they should do it that way. Okay, I hope I help a little bit there. Are we okay?
Yeah.
So that was the intention. All right. It doesn't mean that we can go around and kill people because I'm not answerable to people. That was not the intention. The intention is many people, they were afraid. They dare not come out from their shell. They dare not. Afraid of accountability lah. Somebody will blame them lah. Whatever thing lah. So you see, right? So good, very good. Next one is, what could you do if you knew you could not fail? I think this is quite good point. We have talked about that a little bit just now. What could you do? You will not fail. Don't worry, go ahead. Or we even ask a question now. If you have 1 million ringgit in your hand, what are you going to do? And you need to use all the money. I played this game before, If you have 1 million ringgit in your hand, you got to use it. What are you going to do? Wow. Sometimes sky's the limit. And then we also throw thoughts like, who else? Jason, do you see that? We have the who, what, where, when. All right. The goal setting is when do you think you want to achieve that? Is that all coming in? Okay. Who else might be able to help? See. W, the grow, W. What will you do? Now, finally, decide on a date when you will reveal progress. This will provide some accountability and allow change if the original plan isn't working. That was intention. Okay, what kind of question did we ask? What kind of question? We ask question like, which option do you feel ready to act on? After you have done all the option, you have found out a break again. The word brainstorm, very powerful word, brainstorm. So yeah, options, the options there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. After all those, ask them this question: which action probably you want to take? Take it away, Later you'll find out 1 or 2 more questions that really could shake them to decide. What will you do to reach your goal? By when? Can you see that? Jason, I hope you are there. When, which one, what? There's a kind of a time frame. If not forever, they won't do one. They won't do. This one a bit measurable. On a scale of 1 to 10, what committed, motivated are you to doing it? 5 lah. Do also can, don't do also cannot. If they were to give you an answer like that on a scale of 1 to 10, and they give you 5 lah, do also can, don't do also cannot. Now, what are you going to do? Anybody? Unmute yourself. Tell us now. What are you going to do? Or rather, what next question you're going to ask? Anybody?
You ask whether that will bring you to your goal completely.
Yeah.
Or just partially.
Yeah. Good one. Good one. If I can rephrase, Saleh, I will ask the question. What will it take to make it 10? Can you see that?
Okay, positive.
Same thing you're saying, right?
Yeah, betul.
Right? I have 5 only lah, 6 only lah. Do also can. But okay, what would it take to make it 10? Hey, wow. Then they're gonna think, yeah, I gotta work harder, I gotta save more money, I got I like this word, commitment. You say you want to do, are you committed? Maybe they're afraid. Maybe it's the accountability issue. Or rather, maybe it's the non-committant. Don't care, it doesn't really matter. Then we ask a question.
Yeah.
What will make it 10?
Alex, is it possible to ask in a negative way, in the sense that what's holding you back from making it 10? Is it possible? Or is it negative?
Of course, the answer they gave will be negative. We try our best. My coach, you may differ from my coach. From my thing, I also he tried his best not to ask negative question.
Okay, thanks.
You know, he one time I was trying to ask, you know, a question like, what are the challenges of your life, Saleh? What are the challenges of your life? He told me, I don't ask question like that. Sometimes you ask question like that, make people depressed. So I said, yes, I don't know. I thought it's good for us to ask challenging question, right? So he said, no lah, it's more, you know. Then I asked, then how should we ask? Then he said that you ask this question, you know, what are the not challenges, but what are the ways we can improve, something like that. What are the opportunities you have? Same meaning, you know. Same meaning.
Yes, yeah.
But in different coin side. What opportunity that you have now? So, well, that's what he's trying to say. That's what, you know, what will make it to 10? What would you do to make it to 10? Do you need support? Do you need help from someone? And sometimes we also avail ourselves. Avail ourselves. What can I do to help? Or what resources that you need? The last one, really, really thought-provoking. How will you know you have been successful? Sometimes I ask the question, throwing question, the goal, GROW, G. I ask the question, you know, how do you know that? Okay, ask a question. What is success to you? At the beginning, you know, G. I ask a question. What is success to you? Based on what they are doing, lah. My success is if I'm a corporate world. Success is where I can buy my second house when I'm driving a BM or whatever. Okay, that is the value that I have. So then we come to R, reality. What happened to you now? Oh, I'm still renting a house. All right, my car is about 20-year-old now. All right, fine. That is what you are now, reality. But your goal, success, is that when you can purchase second house, right? Then the option that you have, what are you going to do? Well, maybe I need to get extra income, save money or whatever. Now my wife is not working. Maybe I get my wife to work to get extra income, whatever. You know, some thoughts will help them. Okay, then come to W. We ask this question: on a scale of 1 to 10, how committed are you doing it? Not yet lah. My wife hasn't got a job yet. She's been looking for a job. You know, she looking for a clerical work, whatever. You see, how effective, how committed. You know. Not too sure lah. She wants to work also can. Don't want to work also can. You know, so the non-committed like 4 and 5 lah. So then we ask a question: how to make it 10? I think I have to call people to get a job for my wife. Okay. You see, that's how we ask question.
So Alex,
Yes,
if
sir.
you ask that question, that means you have to go back to the option, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay. Good point. Good point, Saleh. Now, when we talk about GROW, you can always go back to G, but rephrase lah. Doesn't mean that oh shucks, I finished that. Now
Miss
I
it.
option I cannot go back to go. No, you can always rephrase. In fact, like I told you earlier, when you coach someone, it's not only one session, you know. All right, you at least 4 or 5 sessions after the first session, which more of getting to know you. Second session, when you get into the point, all right, sometimes the third and fourth session, you may even come back and rephrase what you ask again, recap what you have asked them.
Okay.
You get it?
Yeah. Thank you.
So eventually, sometimes their goal may change, along the way, because you have helped them. You have helped them. Hey, now you are leading. Of course, we have to be sharp that we don't go out of point, is it? Right? You must always focus. But along the way, just example only what is your goal? I want to go to Langkawi for what? Holiday. But along the way, talk. I realize I think I need to refocus my goal. My goal is not exactly going to Langkawi. My goal is to buy a house. You get it? But in the beginning, they may not tell you that they want to buy a house. They may tell you that they want to go to Langkawi. Because people got so many goals. So many goals. I don't have chance to work with you. We have what we call as a wheel of life. Wheel of life. In this wheel of life, okay, I will PM you all. Right, that we can discuss that. I can help you in that. This wheel of life will actually help you to focus on yourself and to know what area you should put more focus on. More focus on. All right, I'm very keen to do this wheel of life with you all. If you all would love to PM me. Later we'll talk more, Saleh, when we finish this. Okay.
Yeah.
So there's the W area. So basically, we have more or less finished. Can you see that we asked some question topic? All right. Tell me more. Tell me about what's your goal. Blah 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 blah. All right. What would you like to talk about today? Sometimes they don't have any topic one. No. Talk about lah. Talk about COVID-19 lah, blah, 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 blah. Okay. We'll talk about grow, the goal. We ask this kind of a question. What do you want to move forward? Right? What can we achieve in the time available? Today, we have only 1 hour. What can we achieve? All right. What is most helpful to you? Think about this. Okay. Reality. What is happening now that tells you blah, blah, blah? Describe the current situation. I'm condensing some of the question here, right? You see, there's so many kind of a question we ask. Okay, what made you realize that you need to do something different? Remember, just now we talk about comfort zone, right? Option. What could you do to move yourself just one step forward? Take one small step at a time. No rushing. Throw thoughts, brainstorm. What are the options? What else can you do? How far towards your objective will take you? Then your will. What will you do next? What could stop you moving forward? How will you overcome this? When do you need to review progress? Be more objective, measurable, daily, weekly, monthly. Are we okay so far? Sorry. How do you feel watching a video like that? Please unmute.
Very touching.
Yeah. Who else?
People are always too busy to notice lah.
Some more?
It's always about me.
Always about me. Yeah. Me, I. There are three person very important in the world. Me, I, myself. Okay.
I like that is
Holy
unholy Trinity.
Trinity.
Holy Trinity.
Unholy.
Yeah. Unholy Trinity.
Sorry, that's the right word.
Saleh, you
I,
want to say
me,
something?
myself.